And concerns are growing after air traffic controllers in Denver lost their main communication line. Workers say radar stayed online, but they couldn't communicate with pilots for 90 seconds. Now a veteran air traffic controller is speaking out about safety concerns. ABC News transportation reporter Sam Sweeney has the latest on all that. Sam, how concerning is this, especially after all the issues at Newark Airport?
Yeah, this is just one more problem for the FAA that they did not need or want. But of all of the outages that we've seen over the last couple of weeks, this was the least severe of them all, because this particular control center, the controllers who work there, are responsible for planes that are above 18,000 feet. So they're at that cruising altitude. They're not really at a critical phase of their flight. They're separated far enough apart. And as soon as that system went down, they were able to go to a backup frequency where they were able to talk to those airplanes in the sky. But regardless, you still don't want your equipment to fail. And this is one more example of the aging infrastructure within the air traffic control system.
We're also dealing with an air traffic controller shortage, a shortage of personnel. And the Wall Street Journal spoke exclusively to a veteran air traffic controller who says he averted a near mid-air collision after being overworked and exhausted. What stood out to you from that interview?
Again, this is one more example of the short staffing, that these controllers are at their breaking point. It is very rare for you to see an air traffic controller speak out to the press, and to do it without a press personnel from the FAA with them. It's largely unheard of. This person reached their breaking point. They wanted the world to see their story, to hear what they're dealing with. And they also got accused of walking off the job. That was the quote from the CEO of United Airlines. And he said, look, we're not walking off the job. We are stressed. We are overworked. Let's listen to a portion of that interview from the Wall Street Journal.
Lack of sleep coupled with stress is a killer. PTSD is cumulative. So you can be fine, over and over and over and over again. And then it's the ones that you don't see, the ones that you didn't expect. And those are the ones that scare you.
And that air traffic controller was controlling the airspace around Newark Airport back on May 5th when two planes nearly collided. He was able to tell both the pilots to turn different directions so they avoided each other. But he is, again, speaking out, saying they are exhausted, they're overworked. His biggest concern is there are simply not enough controllers out there.
And Sam, Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy is trying to assure passengers that he believes this system is safe. How are they ensuring that that's the case with all of these issues?
Well, what they do when they are short controllers is they reduce the number of planes in the sky. So at Newark Airport, they've significantly cut back on flights through cancellations, reductions in schedules, and also slowing planes down at their originating airport. So causing major delays, sometimes 6-7 hours. And that is the only quick solution that they can come up with right now, because it takes more than a year to get someone trained just on the Newark airspace. So if you bring in the most senior air traffic controller in the country and they're used to working Los Angeles, if you bring them to Newark, it's still going to take them a year to train on that airspace. It's very difficult.
All right, Sam Sweeney, thank you.